185 degrees.
Guys, we've been in here for, like, usually before these videos, we sit and talk about our ideas and stuff, and we get sweaty as tits, but we just came out of the ice bath, so our bodies are still warming up. I can't even talk that clearly because my mouth is cold, and I was trying to text just now, and my hands are cold. You guys will probably see that Shorts.
Maybe a video next time.
Yeah.
Definitely long enough to record a video.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely could.
Welcome back, guys. Another video at Thryve Empire. Life is not always as it seems.
Looks can be deceiving.
You never know what's around the corner.
And you never know who somebody really is.
Until you've been inside them. I mean...
Hey, yo, what the f***?
Until you know what's inside them. Guys, you never know what's around the corner in life. Things pop up on you. Whatever it is, whether it's in a business, whether it's you're going to school, whether it's a job, whether you get laid off, something happens, your car breaks down on the way to work, someone you love passes away, or whatever it happens, you don't know what is around the corner. And everybody who's listening to this video today might not be listening tomorrow, or might not have had the opportunity to listen today. People, if you watch this in the morning, you never know what person won't be able to listen to it in the evening. It's crazy that, like, there's people that are that close. Someone that might have watched the same video than you passed away 10 minutes after watching it. Or, you
That's
never
real.
know. Yeah.
That's
and
real.
you could watch a video like this, you could watch somebody and you could get real inspiration. You could finally, maybe you haven't been exposed to certain information, you haven't watched certain videos, and you watch a video and you're like, I can't believe this, or something just completely changes the way you think and it really gets you fired up. And still, even with that energy and with that motivation that you get, you could still be gone tomorrow. That's not like, even watching this, and that's why there's no time to waste, because it could happen at any point, any time. And if you have kids, you don't know when you're not going to be able to provide for them anymore. You don't know when the last day happens.
It's good to think ahead and plan for the future, but the most important thing you can do, any person can do, is live in the present. Is living in the present. It's so easy to dwell on the past and get anxious or worried about the future. But if you can seriously live in the present, like, enjoy what you're doing. Like today, I'm for my exterior cleaning business, I'm washing a house. I'm spraying chemical water. It was a nice ass day. And in my head for a minute, I was thinking like, well, I have this huge roof cleaning job coming up. I gotta get all this chemical, everything's ready. I'm kind of getting anxious. It's like, well, right now I'm making money. I'm out in the sun. It's a beautiful day. The birds are chirping. I'm living in the present. You need to live in the present. It is good to think in the future and plan for the future and have goals, aspirations. Of course it is. But as far as actions you take, it should be about, like, today. What can I do today?
Yeah, there's no light without darkness.
Yeah.
Like the yin yang symbol. No matter how dark it is, there's always a little bit of light. No matter how good things are going, there's always going to be that little bit of bad that taints it. And that's something that you can't escape, no matter what it is in life. Whether it is a business or a marriage, there's always going to be, a darkness in it. And you have to learn to live with it and to accept it, because nothing is perfect and there's always going to be blemishes. And you can't hide them like makeup hides acne. You can't just put a patch on it because it's still there. And that's what people try to do.
But I like that you mentioned that, as far as there's no light without darkness, because that's what makes light. That's what makes it, like, beautiful. That's what makes the summertime awesome, is the winters. Like, if we're just people in Arizona, of course it's awesome there. Like, I live there too, but you need to have the bads to make the goods good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you take it for granted.
And I think the worst thing is that there can be darkness without light. You close a door and it's dark.
Yeah.
But you cannot have light without darkness.
Yeah.
Because light is what fills up darkness. So if you have some light in your life, you need to take advantage of it, because darkness can live on its own, but light cannot live on its own. And there's always going to be some darkness around. And if you have light around you, if there's something to be positive about, and there always is something, because even though darkness can stand alone, I don't think anybody's in the position where there's only darkness. It's maybe very, very few people. And if you have the opportunity to even listen to this video, then you can't even say that your life is darkness.
A lot of people might feel that way, that all they have is darkness. Kind of like one of my shorts, I talk about it, and you probably heard it before, the red car theory. It's like, how many red cars do you see on the way to work today? It's like, well, I don't know. And then it says, if I give you $100 for every red car you see, now you're looking for them. You're looking for the opportunity, and you're going to spot those. Same thing with this case. If there's nothing is good. It's like, well, a lot of things are good. You woke up today.
And even crazier is the Anthony car theory. That's me, my car theory, which I'm just going to expand upon that, okay? Like the red car theory, the idea is you don't know how many red cars there are around you unless you're paying attention. But imagine your life is darkness, right? When you're on the road and you're driving, let's say you drive a white F-150. Do you notice other F-150s?
Yeah.
You do. So imagine your life is darkness and your car is your life. You're always going to notice the things that are familiar to you. So if your life is darkness and you don't think positively, just like cars, you notice the car you drive all the time. And if your life is negative, you are going to notice those negative things because that's what you're familiar with. That's what you see every day. So obviously, you're going to be attracted to it. But when it comes to the red car, that might be seen as opportunity or positivity, and you don't see that all the time. Like, unless maybe you have a red car, which maybe that can be studied if you have a red car, if you see red cars. But I think the reason you notice your car more often is because you're familiar with it. And if you don't notice the other cars, just like you don't notice opportunities, then you notice the cars that are yours because you notice the darkness.
That's money.
The Anthony car theory.
The Anthony car theory. I like that a lot, actually.
So, if you're going to notice something, make your life better so you notice the good things. As an example, I don't have any kids, but imagine a family, right? An actual family that you live with, kids. Imagine you come home, and when you get home, the dishes are dirty. But your wife comes up to you and greets you and says she loves you and gives you a hug. If you're the type of person that notices the dishes and gets upset, you're not paying attention to the right things.
This is money. This is money, dude. That's facts. Conversely, if you're the person that comes home and the house is a wreck, but your wife gives you a hug and loves you, even if you notice everything, if you can take pride or take positive feelings, if you can feel good at the fact that you have that and you can see that light, you're going to be so much better off.
Yeah, and you're going to be more susceptible to the small things, right? And you're going to be way more understanding when she says, well, things got really busy. Maybe instead of blowing up, because all you did was notice the bad things, you come in and you notice the good things first. So you're in a good mood. You put yourself in that position to be positive, and then you think, okay, yes, maybe they need to be done, but maybe you talk and you do it with her instead of blowing up and being an asshole. Because if the first thing you do is get upset when you walk in the door, how is that going to look to your kids? Is it their fault? Even regardless of whose fault it is. If you walk in the door and you're angry, your 5-year-old, your 7-year-old that comes up and hugs you and you don't seem happy about it,
they're paying attention.
Yeah, even if they don't think about it that way, that they're noticing that, and that's something that's hard. You can't talk them out of that feeling. You have to change the way that you act, and you have to do it for a long period of time. You have to become a new man or a new woman. You have to become a new person that's going to focus way more on the positives. And that's not saying ignore the negatives. because you can't ignore the negatives, you have to improve them. But if you're focusing on the positives and being constructive about the negatives in your life, you're going to get way farther. If you run a business and your car breaks down and you're just a piece of shit, you kick your car and you break something else, imagine if you just took care of it, if you were just being positive and you said, it's okay. You know, when people get angry and they get destructive, they ruin even more things than we're beginning with. You know, as a man, I understand sometimes you get angry, sometimes sometimes you punch a wall and you break a wall, and it's like, damn, I have to do that. But sometimes you go a little too far, you know? I mean, sometimes some people go so far and it's the rest of their life has changed. Some people just flip and they kill somebody, or they flip and they do something that they cannot undo. And just imagine if they went back 10 years, even 5 years, and just decided to live a different type of life. It would completely change all the interactions you have going forward.
And you can change.
Yeah. Even if you think you can't, you're not trying to change who you are. Just change the way you react to things, and that will slowly make you become a new person. Even if in your brain you're the same person, people around you think you're becoming a better person.
Start being more intentional. You can tell how big a man really is by the size of the things he gets mad at. Thrive on.
Never do that.